Okay, Omega 300 first shots. We're going to start real small, and probably people are going to say this is a terrible idea, but we're going to start with 22. We're not going to shoot a lot through it, and the centerfire cartridges that I'm going to shoot soon will probably burn up any carbon that's left over. We are on a PSA 10.5 inch AR pistol. Let's take a look. Shoot in the dirt. Let's check that out without Ear Pro. And that was all she wrote, other than a fantastic jam on the last round. Can is just barely warm. The brake tried to slip forward, but that's okay. We're going to move on to full power 5.56, and then we're going to hit it with some 300 blackout. Okay, next up, we're going to run some 223 here. This is a 55 grain Blitz King loaded by ADI in Australia. Fed perfect. We are tight. Let's see how it handles full power centerfire ammunition. Again, this is a 30 cal can. Failure to lock back. That was the magazine. Pretty good. Doesn't feel like it's really overgassing the system that bad. Looks like cartridges were dropping just fine. So it's a little warm. We'll let it cool down, and then I'll pull it off, and we'll put it on 300 blackout. Check out subsonics and supersonics on a 7.5 inch barrel. All right, so we've got a 7.5 inch 300 blackout AR pistol here. This is also a PSA product. Kit built onto an Anderson lower with some other odds and ends, but the upper is a PSA. We have another PSA product, the Saber 125 grain ballistic tip and the Saber 220 grain ballistic tip. The 125s are supersonic. The 220s are subsonic. I've got 3 125s, then 3 subs. We should be able to hear the difference in the cartridges. And let's see how this can does on this little short 300 blackout pistol. I'm going to put all into the dirt so we can hear it. And just because I want to hear how that sounds as a subsonic without Ear Pro, let's see. Just a crack from the action, really. That's pretty good. It's about the same as the Scythe with the subs. Good lock back on that Gen 3 PMag. All right, let's go to, actually not that toasty compared to just the 5 rounds of 5.56. Let's go to the 308, and then we'll proceed to a big boy cartridge. All right, 308 out of an 18-inch FAL. This can is rated down to 16-inch 308, so we should be just fine. Going to put a couple shots in the dirt and then maybe one on P-Dog Slim. Very nice. Very nice. Feels good. let's graduate up to the Magnum cartridge. We're going to go to the 300 PRC next, fire a couple of rounds of factory 212 grain ammunition, and see how she sounds. Okay, the big boy. This thing's rated down to 22 inches for a 300 Win Mag, so PRC is just a touch more than a Win Mag in powder capacity. This has a 26-inch barrel. It should be just fine. Well, let's find out what happens here. Seems a little bit more concussive. That's probably from the 3-port brake. I'm not managing recoil at all. I'm just standing here trying to put rounds into the backstop. I've got a paper target down there, so took the mic off because it seemed to be blotting a little bit, so hopefully that was a little bit better. I gotta police my expensive 300 PRC brass, but yeah, that gets really hot really quickly with that Magnum cartridge. The brake, I believe, is an aluminum, and so that heats and cools very fast. But this can is a stellium titanium Inconel mix, if I remember correctly. So it is full auto rated, it's Magnum rated, and it's very affordable for the direct thread option that doesn't come with the ASR mount and muzzle device. So those are the first shots with it. Seems to be a really nice can. I would say it's not as nice sounding as the Scythe on the 300 PRC, but 308 down, and I'm sure on 6.5 Creedmoor as well. I just didn't bring my 6.5 out with me today. I'm sure it will be really nice, and of course shooting suppressed is always better than shooting unsuppressed. So I am perfectly content with that. The purpose of this can was to give me a can that was full auto rated, that could take rapid fire out of my semi-automatics and not suffer any stress or failure. The Scythe, while it can handle semi-autos, it's not full auto rated. I have had it pop before, so Sounds Go fixed that. It was a weld fail, but ultimately I didn't like how fast the titanium was heating up and staying hot when it came to actually using it on autoloaders. On precision rifles though, it's perfectly fine. For a hunting can, it's excellent. This is a great value, it seems, and I will be using this quite extensively on my semi-autos. But obviously it can handle larger calibers, larger cases, just fine. A little overgassed. Blech. But she's smoking. No problems.